Now we're going to have a look at the drawing category of the Preferences dialog box. The first part of this deals with the pen tool and the subselection tool, which we haven't covered yet, so I'm going to now give you a quick overview on how they work. The pen tool is here on the left side of the toolbox, and we use it to draw lines and curves. To draw a straight line, click, release, move your mouse, and then click again. That's fairly straightforward. To draw a curve, click and drag. Anchor points are created, but when we click and drag, tangent handles are also created, which influence the shape of the curve. To close a shape, we return to the starting point, and Flash will automatically close the shape for you. Now, that's the pen tool. The subselection tool allows us to work on these anchor points that we've created. If I grab it and click on an anchor point, I can drag that anchor point around, and I can also drag the tangent handles. So as you can see, these two tools are very useful. Let's get rid of this shape, and we'll return to the Preferences dialog. Okay, our first option here is Show Pen Preview. You may not have noticed, but when I was using the pen tool to draw a shape, once I release, you don't see anything between the original anchor point and the new point until I click again. Now you can see what the shape is going to look like. Well, Flash gives us a little helper. We go back to Preferences and turn this on. Flash now gives us an approximation of what it thinks the curve might look like even before we click. Now this can either be a little bit annoying or very helpful, so you can turn this on or off as you please. Return to the start, and now we have a shape. Okay, back to the Preferences. I'm going to turn this off for now, and our next option is Show Solid Points. Now this affects the subselection tool. Once we have our shape, we can start working on the individual anchor points and tangent handles. Now notice here, when I click on an anchor point to select it, it becomes hollow. Every other point along the path is filled or solid, except for the one I'm working on. This is where this preference applies. It's very simple. Turn that off, and now the anchor point that I have selected is solid, and the rest of them are hollow. Again, it's a very simple setting. Okay, back for the last one. This again is very straightforward. Show precise cursors. As I was drawing using the pen tool, you see the shape of the pen tool. But sometimes we want more precise control. And you may want to see exactly where the point is you're going to be drawing from. In that case, you can turn on precise cursors. And now, instead of a pen tool, we see a crosshair with a little point in the middle. And that will tell us exactly where we're drawing from. There's one cool additional feature here, though. You don't have to go all the way back to the Preferences dialog to change the appearance of your cursor. All you have to do is hit the caps lock key. Hit that, and you alternate between the pen icon and the precise one. And that's it for this lesson. We'll take care of the rest of the drawing preferences in the next one.